So another break at the start there. And they're off for the second time of last finish. William up against St. Jago, up against Kingston College. Also Excelsior there in the mix. This is the first heat of the Class 2 boys, 800 meters. And already St. Jago steals a march on the field. But not letting up is the athlete from William. So two Excelsiors there. Kingston College left a touchback. The company as Charlie Mount and the others. But it's all about St. Jago ahead of William. Excelsior in third. Just over 200 meters completed in this, the first heat. What's going to be two of them to complete. So all St. Jago. William tracking him nicely. Excelsior is there in third. Stride he makes, he cuts that distance, and they now approach the final lap, and the bell will sound just about any moment now. But it's St. Jago ahead of William M. Excelsior in third, Kingston College in fourth now being passed. But up front and running is all St. Jago ahead of William M. Rolling third, rolling steady, that's Excelsior, as St. Jago all the way from Mount Street, Spanish Town, wants a victory in this one like we saw in the girls equivalent. So all St. Jago for the moment. Your man from William is not just around Jago for the moment as he begins to into the home stretch. That will signal just about 100 meters to complete. In this, the boys class 2 800 meters. All St. Jago now with a sizable lead, looking stronger of the two. As they're chasing him from William, but St. Jago will win this one and comes across the line in a minute 54.97 the flash time. I think the clock probably made an early wrap as we see Excelsior finishing fourth, and at the Excelsior finishing fourth, and at the back of the pool. So Philip Palmer, St. Jago 2 minutes 05.81. That's the official time winner there from. So the others from section 2 steps out on the track as we see those just competing making their way off. Class 2 boys 800 meters. It is that's live on track. So the coin sends them off. Even break on this one. As Excelsior is Kingston College. So too Port Antonio, those three. But Excelsior moves best of all at this moment, and he storms to the front and already establishes a gap on the field. Excelsior ahead of Port Antonio, and that could be Yorkton in third. So too Kingston College in that mix in fourth. Charlemont there as well. But there's no doubt about your leader, Excelsior, not too far from Port Antonio. Just about 200 meters already completed. And Excelsior is leading this one. And we hope to win it if we can. But for now, he's looking strong, looking fit. And he's the man to catch. That's a lead from Excelsior. Port Antonio is giving chase. And the others, including Kingston College, are really all back, but Excelsior is and looking strong as voters feel. Port Antonio's tries to go with him. Gonna be catch me if you can. That's from Excelsior. He turns at the back stretch. with full steam, looking strong, moving, best of all, and he surely knows that he wants this victory and wants a good time. Port Antonio will try his best to hold for second. Kingston College now moves into third, but Excelsior with just over 200 meters to run is all about the Eagles from Mountain View. They should be a very good team this year at Boys and Girls Championships. They are all team 200 meters as he runs and continues to step, and no chaser in his sight. There's no footsteps here. He's all by himself, running strong, looking fit, and he will come across the line now in 2 minutes 01.73 for the flash time there for your winner from Excelsior, and finishing in second where he had been for most of the race. That's from Port Antonio, and Kingston College will finish third. I have Charlemont who comes in at fourth spot this one. Complete event as he started, and I know they'll be happy to see that he has done so. So we still continue with the Class 2 boys 800 meters, and the competitors are already on track. Seeing Greater Portmore, seeing Charlemont, looks to be their numbers in this one. Southern Kingston College that will want to reclaim victory and continue on the trend that they started in the lower classes. So the gun sends them off, and let's look to see who will take the lead. It's a man from Kingston College that motors quickest of all, but so too Charlemont. Running out of lane 6, he's there, trying to keep the lead from KC on his toes. But Kingston College leads this one ahead of Charlemont. Those two have separated themselves from the field already, and it should be an healthy matchup with Kingston College and Charlemont. Kingston looking more relaxed of the two, but Charlemont is ensuring that he stays in touching distance of his competitor. Kingston College leads this one, and will look to continue, as I said before, the dominance of KC when these 800s started. Kingston College will lead going into that final lap. Chasing him is a young man from Charlemont, so those two take the final bell now. Charlemont is all about being chased by Charlemont. Kingston College know quite well that these schools are not to be taken lightly. So it's KC that motors down the backstretch. Charlemont is putting in a stout fight, trying to close as best as he can, but it's KC that's holding up nicely as they approach just about 200 meters to run. It's all KC. Charlemont is still there, not giving up. KC will come into the home stretch in front as he sensed that there is danger inside. It's all Kingston College, and now begins to step and tries to open the gap, but with every stride the young man from Charlemont is closing, trying to grind it all that he has. But KC will win this one comfortably ahead of Charlemont that finishes fast. And look at the other athlete from Charlemont, who now puts in a mad sprint to get to the quick time. He knows his objective, and he probably has completed that. Race still not completed yet. We have a battle on between another athlete, looks to be from Charlemont, against Greater Portmore. And the athletes from Charlemont seem to know how to finish in these 8 because they turn them into a sprint. desire. Greater power will come across the line any moment now. We're asking all the teams for the 4x8 relays. That's both girls and boys. 4x8 for girls and boys. Please report to the call room now. All teams for the 4x8, girls and boys, please report to the call room now. Thank you. So now we move to what looks like the senior men for the 800 meters. Mr. Class 1 boys on track and should feature some strong teams contenders, likes of Excelsior, KC's there, so too Clarendon College. Make no doubt William Neb is also featured in this one. This looks to be a field of about 7 competitors. Also feature Buff Bay. It's another school from Portland, so Buff Bay is also there. And Greater Portmore as well. And the girls to the man from William Neb. He moves out quickest of all. Excelsior tracks him nicely. So to the man from Charlemont. But William Neb for the moment takes the lead. Makes the break. Advantage William Neb, and a lead he has already established on the field. So it's William Neb ahead of Charlemont and Excelsior real fast in third. Clarendon College is there, Buff Bay is there, KC is locking back a little bit, but they know they'll have something to say about that. But for the moment it's all William Neb that is leading strong on this the first lap of what is going to be 2 to complete 800 meters. Is all about William Neb, and now being closed up and the chasing includes Charlotte, includes College, includes Buff Bay, but William Neb is separate and going. KC still has some work to do, so too Greater Portmore. William Neb is doing a lot of running and looking strong already. He's signaling his intention that he will not be caught tonight or this afternoon, and he has already hit a gap almost 60 meters on the field. The young man from William Neb, I'm told that his name is Sterling, and if you judge this run, it's a sterling performance from him. Gawain Sterling it is, to Wayne Sterling from William Neb. And I suspect he's watch boys and championship. He's his competitors. This is how he run on 800 meters. He now begins to mount as he turns for home, and with every stride, name to note, to Wayne Sterling runs to the line, looks at the clock, knows that he got this one wrapped up, as KC mounts quickly for second, Clarendon College in third. So Sterling, I'm told, he has done it before, double champion, and he's coming back to rule in this class. He has done it today in 1 minute 52.97. That's the flash time for him as he wins this one. 1:55, 1:07. That's the time we have for Wayne Sterling from William Neb. It's a school of one Usain Bolt, and I know each time they run, they must be proud of their alone. So the next heat is on track. This promises to be another competitive one, and will feature Kingston College again, will feature William Neb also, Charlemont, Knox is there, so too Port Antonio. All those teams have really made interesting showing this morning. Excelsior is there as well, and they have been signaling their intentions all afternoon that they are one to watch, and you can't take them lightly come March. So class 1 boys 800 meters, this is it. At least chasing times, also chasing wins, because this is where it starts. as the dress rehearsal for what is to come in March. So we're still trying to sort the lanes out. Your man from KC is probably trying to see where he should be, has been directed by the starters assistants and been pointed to one of the empty lanes on the outside. So in lane 1 it's Port Antonio, 2 is Knox, William Neb in 3, Charlie Mountain 4, KC in 5, Excelsior in 6, and Kingston College is also in lane 7. And the concerns of, let's see what will happen in this one. Already an even break, but Knox looks to get going. So to William Neb, Excelsior on the outside. All teams are heading to the break. Let's see who get there first. Kingston. So ahead of Knox, William Neb is there as well. Port Antonio, Charlemont is also there. And KC is at the front and also at the back. KC leads this one with just about 200 meters completed. So Kingston College ahead of Excelsior, ahead of Knox, ahead of William Neb. In that order they will turn for him. And this is the first lap of 800 meters. It's all about Kingston College looking comfortable, looking strong as he bounces his way through the first lap. So it's all Kingston College from Excelsior, from William Neb is there now. Kingston College, the other company trying to advance himself, but for the moment it's KC that leads. And chasing him now is Port Antonio. Let's see what they will make of that, because he looks very comfortable. That's Kingston College as he motors down the backstretch. Excelsior is trying to chase as well. Let's see if any can catch him this afternoon. Kingston College with just over 200 meters to run. He begins to step, begins to widen that gap, signaling that he is the stronger of all the competitors here. And he turns for home with a sizable lead on the field. The police to Port Antonio, but they will have to catch him sometime in the future. But for today, it's all about Kingston College as he runs to the line, looking strong, and he win that one in 1:53. That's the flash time. We'll take the official time in a moment. Kingston College ahead of Port Antonio, ahead of Excelsior, Charlemont, William Neb, and finishing at the back of the piles, another Kingston College athlete. So 1:53, 3-1 as the time coming there for the winner from Kingston College. So this looks to be now the senior men on track, Tuxden Institution. They'll be competing over 800 meters as well.
4.54. You see it? See your face here, carry through the game, man. Come on, man. So much speed and more of the shiny one. There, you take. But me have a videography company.
Rickets. 479. 479. Rickets. Class 2 long jump girl. Hey, we're there for one up. On your mark.
So the starter sends them off. And it's GC Foster College being the dominant team here in terms of numbers. Let's see if they can win this
4.20.
on their own turf.
4.20.
Close going so far between the teams. Looks to be they play from GC Foster College. Going for the early running. But there's nothing to separate themselves from the others just yet. And it looks to be a GC Foster dominance as they occupy all three spots to the front. And we're hoping that so they finish, but there's still a lot of running to do. For now, it's all GC Foster College athletes that leads over this, the first 100 of the senior men clubs and institution, 800. They're bumping and barging, causing one casualty for GC Foster, and the others still in close touch, still having difficulty navigating the traffic. And this is what you get sometimes in 800 meters. You have to be very tactical about the run, but GC Foster still holds the lead. And I'm sure you do it for his teammates, having seen what is befallen. GC Foster College is there, and the young man out on his own. I'm sure where he's from, but he's making a run of it now. For GC Foster, we see one more their athlete there, grinding to an art, leading just one soldier for GC as he turns for home. Just over 100 meters to complete. The shortest of the two. Let's see, as they say, David will swoop on that. Inside, closing fast, closing strong, and winning this one in a flash time of 1:46.88. That's your unofficial time for your winner there, as he wins this clubs and institution men 800 meters. So there was actually two GC athletes left to fight. You see the other one coming across the line just now. So Felix Stern, he actually pulled up, but he decided that he's going to finish, and he has done so. So there should be one other section in the clubs and institution men over 800 meters. We're seeing just two competitors. Both seem to be from GC Foster's. Well, actually three athletes are there. Third one has been blocked by a standing spectator. So three athletes to contest this one. And off and running. Let's see which of these three will succeed. And now it's going to be the winner from GC. One will be GC Foster. The one in the darkest of the ground, now moves to the front, makes the break, takes the lead, and opens a gap on the field. As he sets in, trying to win this one, like he saw from the young man in Heat 1. So it's GC Foster that leads ahead of GC Foster. And trailing is also GC Foster on home turf. They'll have the numbers and they'll set them to battle over 800 meters. The athlete that leads looks very strong, very intentional, and will want to hold as he approaches the bell lap, which has now sounded, and he has set sail, maintaining a gap that he has on his teammate. In second and third, the young man will have some running to do, but he's not letting up. But GC Foster still leads. It might just be for bragging rights, because they might know each other, might have trained together, our teammates who will win this one. Let's just see, just under 200 or so meters to run. Still a leader from the start, holds the advantage as he approaches the 200 meters mark. That is what he has to cover to complete the 800 meters. He's looking strong, and the gap has not narrowed any at all. So that's indication that he is probably the stronger of the three. So GC Foster will get the win, courtesy of this young man here, who's motoring his way all the way to the line. He comes across just about now. Minute 57.88, that's the flash time. And we await the official time as we see the second athlete from GC coming through with his teammate who's making a sprint of it. Like we saw from the Charlie Mount Stars, he does the same to finish this 800 meters. Clubs and institution for men, I think that's wrapped all events for 800 meters. We should be having some 4x800 meters on track. As our next event, we'll see the teams there. At least I'm seeing Alfonso. I'm seeing. Let's see if there are other teams or there any other teams that will join those two for this over technical. Looks to be there as well. Those three might be the teams that will do battle over this 4x800 meters for girls. Now we're being told all teams for the 4x4, male and females, please report to the call room. This is your final call. All teams for the 4x4, male and female, please report to the call room. Thank you. So this looks to be the 4x2 that will come up on track. So 4x2, is it urban technical, Melbourne, that's there. 3.48. And I suspect they, at least for the 4x8, will just have to wait a while longer before they get to run.
Short it out, second attempt.
Calling Anicia Strawn from Buff Bay. Anicia Strawn from Buff Bay, you're needed on the infield right now.
Put it up to the gate, right?
Chris, who you want? Who you want?
So we're getting prepared for the 4x2 sprint relays for girls. And this is an open event with what looks to be just about 2 teams contesting this one. I'm seeing over technical there. It looks to be a team from Melbourne, and I'm not sure if Buff Bay will be contesting this one, but I'm seeing their group standing there.
Come stay alive. Push out strong, man. Push out strong. Alright, Jackson.
4.80. 4.80.
So the starters are trying to sort the teams out for this girls 4x200 meters. And it looks like they're doing an additional team, as I suspected,
But she not finish either.
through Buff Bay that will contest this one as well. So this is an event you've not You'll not see boys and girls championships, but for sure at the Gibson's relay and at other places you'll see the 4x2 being contested. So the athletes are getting a chance to run that event here today. 3 teams have reported, namely Omer Technical, Melbourne, and Buff Bay. From all 3 regions or different regions of the country. Let's see who will get the upper hand in this event. So in lane 3 it's going to be Buff Bay, in lane 4 it's going to be Melgrove, and in lane 5 it's going to be Omer Technical. So they're still not yet ready for them at the start because they're trying to sort everything out before they get going and to ensure that all things are in place and all athletes are there for all the teams that have reported. So the athletes are being informed to ensure that there's no error and there's no mix-up in this one, because this is an event sometimes unfamiliar to most teams as it's not regularly contested at track meets you go. There should be an interesting battle to see which team can sprint and cover 800 meters.
4.97, 4.97. Well, hey, hold on. That is wrong. Good. That is wrong. Yeah. Secondly, this stagger will run the stagger run. Yeah, that's the same. Then we put him out here. Mr. Mark.
So the main exchange box. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a yes from the exchange box.
No, they can't. They have to go back and line.
So I remind you of the teams that are hold for this one. Buff Bay running out of lane 3, Grove runs out of lane 4, and Homewood Technical runs out of lane 5. Those 3 teams will be contesting this 4x2 open for girls.
That's the first exchange before the second and third. The 400, the 10 meter mark. 4.61, 4.61.
So there's still some discussion by the starting crew, and also the persons doing the timing, just to ensure that things are sorted as they should be, and that the athletes are standing in their right markers to ensure that each athlete covers equal distance on their respective legs. Usually we see some tracks elsewhere they are marked with those staggers for the 4-2 extreme, namely the National Stadium that was renovated last year. They do have the official message exchange.
4.59. 4.59.
So on your marks. Set. And the gun sends them off. Let's look through the teams from lane 5. That's over technical moves up. Best of all, but checking in nicely is a team from Melgrove. Left back is Bondo. It's all about over technical. We make best on this first 200 meters. All about over technical. Being chased by Melgrove with over technical advantage. And we change first. Of the 3 teams contesting this event, Over Technical makes the exchange just now. Melbourne does so as well. Buffalo will do so momentarily. But it's all about Over Technical. And this, the second 200 meter leg, is all about Over Technical. She is a very large and in charge. And pulling on the chair for her teammates. She's looking strong, looking fit. This is a team from Christiana. That's Over Technical. Looks to be Tristan Evans. That will hand over to Madison Campbell as they now moves out, and he is away and away. That's Campbell from Over Technical, now being chased by Melbourne, but will have some running to catch her. Buffalo now makes that exchange, but it's all about Madison Campbell and Over Technical as they go down the stretch for the third leg of his 4x2 for girls open. Madison Campbell for Over Technical leads and holds their team with the advantage. Now makes the final exchange, and they're off and running. This looks to be one of the White sisters. You see clearly who is it, but it's all Over Technical for sure. That is going to win this one. Looks to be Rosalie Delano from Over Technical, that is large and in charge, and running away with this one, and will win by some margin, carrying our team all the way across the line. A minute 40.27 for Over Technical. Came for this one in the vessel, and somebody winning ahead of Melgrove, and now Buffalo crosses the line for third.
Sorry, lead marker, yo. Lead marker, sorry. Lead marker alone.
Lead marker, green and white line. Green and white line.
We have 2 and 1 come. Meet director wicked. Meet director wicked.
Social move now today. 4x8 open for girls. They've been there for some time.
Meet director wicked.
And I'm sure they're ready to go. Team from Frankie
Meet director
to the
wicked.
back lane. The team from Spalding to Alphonsus Davis against Edwin Allen for this girls 4x800 meters. Again, another event that you will not necessarily see at the Boys and Girls Championships. But if you're a fan of pen relays and those other international events, you'll enjoy a good 4x8. And this should be a very interesting matchup between these two teams. So each athlete will have to give their very best over 2 laps. So it's Edwin Allen in lane 2 and Alphonsus Davis, formerly Spalding High School, in lane 3. So this is an open event for high school girls. Two teams to contest this one. Doesn't get any better than that for the most part. Because they don't have the numbers in bottom of the athletes. So they can't get them ready and sends them off. And it's Edwin Allen versus Spalding. Well, now Alphonsus Davis And let's see who will get this one off for the team in expedition. Shoshana Johnson from Edinalling, that's leading. But it's not yet anybody's advantage as both athletes run side by side. And knowing that endurance will have to be done for their teammates are depending on them for an advantage or a size of the lead, if possible at all. So they're still in the very first lap of 2, and it looks to be Johnson that is leading for a team from Frankfield. They've been showing out all season in their numbers, and we want to ensure that they get the first victory over 4x8 this season. So Edinalling ahead of Alphonsus Davis as they take the last lap. This is the lap of great significance for both teams, and to see what advantage will be gifted to the runners that will contest the second leg. So it's all Edinalling, still no real separation between the two teams, and that is a measure or speaks to the quality of both teams. Been really doing well and showing out all season, and should be pretty much the same all season. Now they cover the last 200 meters, and this is where the running might start. And we're seeing the young miss from Alphonsus Davis looking more intentional, but Edinalling holds the advantage, holds the lead, and we want to keep it that way. But Alphonsus Davis is challenging and closing with each and every step, and it's gonna be a close exchange there. And let's see, that looks to be Fowler. So Reynolds of Alphonsus Davis, that is going to be on this second leg, and already she takes the lead for her team. Alike Reynolds, one of the outstanding athletes from Alphonsus Davis, pushes to the front, and we hope that she can maintain this for just under 700 meters that she will have to compete in this run. Alike Reynolds leads for Alphonsus Davis, and still not out of it yet is Edinalling, and they still have some strong legs to come in the likes of Fowler, who is known for her strength and her speed, but for now it's all about Reynolds. And this, the second leg, opening a gap on the athlete from Edinalling, looking strong. She always does, looking fit, and always runs courageously. That's Alike Reynolds leading and carrying Alphonsus Davis, but Edinalling is still not out of it, and they will want to put us turn challenge when that time comes. As they take the final lap, it's all about Alike Reynolds and Alphonsus Davis. They're leading with a gap being opened up with every moment that we speak. She has gone to work and gone to serious business for a team. That's Reynolds is expected. She knows what needs to be done if her team is to win this one this afternoon, because the others that are here will have to ensure that they can maintain the lead that she has given to them. And she has done a beautiful job of opening up on the team from Frankfield. And it looks to be Cook that's going to be running that third leg for Alphonsus Davis, another outstanding athlete. Will match stride with Kevin Gale Fowler of Edinalling. And let's see how this will unfold as Reynolds now passes the baton to Cook. And Cook knows quite well who's going to be behind her, so she gets sailing and set sailing and is moving with all purpose. And knows quite well that her team needs it, but look at Kevin Gale Fowler of Edinalling, steps out hard, and steps out with all aim and determination to get back her team in this one, but it's going to take a mighty catching to reading Cook of Alphonsus Davis and the team from Spalding. We have been sounding the alarm all season over these distances. Intentions are to challenge when the time comes around at pen relays and grips like they've been doing over the years. So it's all about Sherry's scope, a touch back or some distance back as Kevin Day Fowler that will want to catch or close that gap as best as she can on this leading athlete from Alphonsus Davis. So I stand corrected. I've been told that it's Tabel Williams of Alphonsus Davis that is marshalling her team and doing so as we speak. Outstanding athlete as well, Williams, that is. She has gone and keeps going. Fowler has not yet changed much of a gear, but she knows that sometimes all it needs is for you to finish and finish strong. But it's all about Williams with just about 200 meters to run on this. The third leg, Tabel Williams, as I was told from Alphonsus Davis, though tiring, is still not giving up. She's running with every bean and fiber she has in her to ensure that her teammate will be a beneficiary of this same lead that she got from Reynolds. So it's all about Williams, who now's turning into the home stretch with less than 100 meters to close. And now looks to Fowler of Endalen, who begins the motor and tries to close that gap. But Williams will hold strong, exchanges the baton to her teammate, and Alphonsus Davis is off and running on this, the final leg of the girls 4x800 meters. Fowler now comes to make that final exchange for Erin Allen. Does so successfully, and Erin Allen goes until Alphonsus Davis. Let's see if they can. It's a mighty gap to close, but the Erin Allen crew will tell you it's never over until it's over. But for now, it's Alphonsus Davis that's leading this one and looking strong, as was the case for our other teammates. It's an ankle leg runner for Alphonsus Davis. Is ensuring that she keeps a check of her chasing competitor and try to measure herself, knowing that there's still some distance to cover. But for now, she's looking good, looking strong, and she'll appreciate the fact that and she takes the final lap, and she knows now that it's do or die for her. Everyone is still there in second, still have a lot of room to cover, but they're doing their very best to close the gap. But it's all about Alphonsus Davis in this 4x8 for girls. Still not over yet, but I can tell you it will take something close to, if not a miracle, to get by Alphonsus Davis. But let's see what will happen. The other teammates are cheering her on. That's the Alphonsus Davis crew, ensuring that she finishes strong, having already covered 600 meters with just about under 200 to cover. She's running, looking strong, and now knows that home is in sight. The winning line is not too far away, less than 100 meters. She begins to sprint, begins to drive, and she knows quite well they have to signal their intentions. Alphonsus Davis, this is a statement by them. The team comes calling, comes across the line. 9 minutes 06.3 flash time for the Alphonsus Davis crew. And now we look to see where what time the Erin Allen crew will get as they run to the line. Finishes in second, and credits to them for fighting all the way. Both teams, traditional powerhouses over 4x8. So that wraps up the 4x8 for girls. Open event it is, and now makes way for the boys to do their bits over the same distance. So sends them off, and this is a contest this time between Alphonsus Davis and Omo Technical. So both teams from Manchester. Let's see what will happen if Alphonsus Davis will do just as their female counterparts have done, or if Omo Technical will want to steal one on their community neighbors. It's all about Omo Technical and the first lap of the first leg. This 4x800 meters for boys. There's a lot more running still to be done, but already Omo Technical, the boys teams, is ensuring that they will be in the lead when the time for the exchange comes around. So it's all about Omo Technical, and tracking them nicely is Alphonsus Davis in second. And now they take this, the final lap on the first leg. It's still Omo Technical. And right on his heel, that's Alphonsus Davis. Two teams in this one, as we saw in the girls equivalent. And it should be a very interesting matchup all the way down to the wire. Omo Technical still leads, but now ranging up, coming on the shoulders of the athlete from Omo Technical is the competitor from Alphonsus Davis, with just about 200 meters to run. Each other in their respective races. It's all about Omo Technical now being challenged by Alphonsus Davis as they turn for him. The baton has now been dislodged for the athlete from Omo Technical, and now he realizes he needs to take it up and finish, but it's all Alphonsus Davis' advantage after that accident, and they will want to hold this now. Disappointment for Omo, but it's not yet over. There's still a lot more running to be done, but it's all about Alphonsus Davis as they are away and gone. And now it will take a lot of lifting and pressing and crowd support from their mass that's here from Omo to bring their team back into this one. But it's all about Alphonsus Davis. He's probably savoring and smiling at this advantage given to them only by an accident. It's all about Alphonsus Davis looking strong and going away with each stride from a fast chasing Omo Technical. This is still the first lap of the 800 meters for the second leg athlete. So they gotta be very calculated, gotta be very careful not to overexpend, but it's all Alphonsus Davis as he takes the bell, and this is the final lap of his leg, and he's off and running. Omo Technical now will take that same bell and will try to close as best as he can and bite the distance in small pieces to ensure that he doesn't bite more than he can through. So it's all about spawning Alphonsus Davis make that focus. That is leading this one by some margin, some distance, with just over 200 meters to run. And this is the second leg of the boys, 4x800 meters. Alphonsus Davis, like we saw in the girl, is almost a replica, where they are leading by a sizable distance and looking strong like they did on all closing legs. They close with intention, close with speed, close with power, and ensure that whatever leads given to them, it is maintained. And you can just imagine, where do they find that energy, where do they find all that speed after covering 600? Well, the intention is clear, they want to win, and Alphonsus Davis is off and running. Omo Technical now will have all the chasing in the world to do if they should get back into this one, but make no doubts about it, there's still time and there's still room for something to happen. Alphonsus Davis now leads this one on the third exchange, or the third leg rather, and they are both their business, looking to do the double as we saw their female team does in the first event. They want to ensure that whatever the female have done, they can do it as well. So Alphonsus Davis leads ahead of Omo Technical. Two teams contesting this one, 4x800 meters for boys as a event. Again, this is a just rehearsal for things like Gibson's relay, for pen relays and all those relay are available for the season. Alphonsus Davis is all by himself out and leading Urban Technical. And we still have some distance to cover, but Alphonsus Davis can take courage in knowing that they are almost certain of this one, barring some miracle. So down the backstretch goes Alphonsus Davis. This is the third leg, and the run is looking strong. Urban Technical is there, still fighting like they know how to do it. Whether it's on the boys or the girls side, they will not give up without a fight. But Alphonsus Davis is there and he is looking strong. And let's see what he will do as he turns for home. Like we've seen on the other legs, they tend to drive into a sprint over 100. And he's somewhat trying to replicate what he saw from his previous leg runner. But it's all about Alphonsus Davis tiring, but he's able to hold. And we'll hold for the exchange, and this is the final exchange for them. And the final leg runners off and running. Urban Technical yet to make that final exchange. They do so just about now. As you see that runner, tall, long striding, lengthy. Alphonsus Davis is running away with this one in the open event for boys over 4x800. Girls did it just now. Boys will try to do it for the team from Spalding as he comes around, and this is the first lap of 2 that we'll have to navigate. But make no doubt about it, he is looking very comfortable and is moving strong down the home stretch as he approaches the final lap, which will sound momentarily as he now hears the bell, hears the whistle, and he goes for the win. Goes now into a different gear. Urban Technical gets that whistle, gets that bell, and now sets his sight. And even closing the distance is not for the win. We want to ensure that the gap is not where it was during most of this race. But Alphonsus Davis is all by himself, looking strong, looking determined, and ensuring that they stamp their class on this, the first 4x8 for the season, and ensuring that next time you see them, it will be no fluke of a victory. But Urban Technical is trying their very best. That last leg anchor runner is looking strong, but he just has too much to do. Leg for Alphonsus Davis, who now sprints down the home stretch and towards the line, and he will win this one, no doubt. Let's see the time of the clock has stopped itself mid-race, but I'm sure they won't be too interested in the time as they will be interested in winning this event, the 4x800 meters for boys. So that wraps up